With Canada's aging population, caregivers have been in demand in Canada for a very long time, and such that in order to fulfill that demand, IRCC has launched several programs for caregivers to obtain permanent residency or work permits in Canada. Now, IRCC is set to launch another brand new pilot program, the Home Caregiver Immigration Pilot Program, that is set to launch on March the 31st, 2025. A lot of folks are interested in knowing the eligibility requirements, if they qualify or not, what is required in order to apply under this program. And this is all we're going to talk about in this video. So stay tuned until the end. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Dhruv. I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. At our firm Efficient, we assist all prospective immigrants with their immigration procedures to Canada. So if you are an aspirant, you need assistance, here is our contact information. Feel free to contact us. Also, guys, if you have not already, make sure you subscribe to this channel in order to stay updated about Canadian immigration. If you would like to chat with me personally about your case, you can book an appointment. The link to book an appointment is in the description of video. I would be happy to chat with you. Now, let's talk about the Caregiver Pilot Program. But before we delve into the details, let's quickly answer the comment of the week. This comment comes on our video for common law spousal sponsorship. And the question is, sir, what if we do not or we cannot provide support letters from friends and family, but we have other proof? Will it work? Excellent question. So if you look at the common law partner sponsorship checklist or the spousal sponsorship checklist, there is a list of documents that you can provide. Support letters are one of them. If you have social media posts, that could work. If you have certain healthcare benefits, insurance benefits in which your partner is listed as a beneficiary, that could help. If you have any financial interdependency, that is, you have a joint bank account, you have sent each other money, you can provide that as a proof as well. So there are a bunch of documents that can replace the requirements for support letter. If you have those documents, you can forego the support letter requirement. I recommend reading the checklist where it talks about the relationship proof. Usually in that section you need 2 proofs. As long as you satisfy that requirement, support letters or absence of support letters is not a problem. I hope this helps. Alright, guys, so here on the screen you can look at the IRCC's canada.ca page about the home caregivers. As you can see, IRCC has launched numerous different programs for home caregivers. There was in the past interim pathway for caregivers, caring for people with high medical needs, caring for children, live-in caregiver program, home child care provider, and home support worker. All these programs have closed. There is one which is working temporarily as a caregiver that gives you a work permit but not a pathway to PR. So that is the one that is not closed at the moment. And then this is the one we are going to talk about in this video, the home care worker immigration pilot. And under this program, let's delve into the details. Now, guys, basically this is a PR pathway with regards to home caregivers, home care workers, and there will be 2 streams in this program. There is worker in Canada and applicants not working in Canada. So this is going to be open to both in Canada and outside Canada applicants. And then if we look at the note here, it says when the pilot opens, we'll only accept applicants or applications for workers in Canada stream. So IRCC is only going to focus at the moment on workers in Canada. The ones outside Canada, they'll release more information as it progresses. All right, guys, so now the question is, what is in this pilot? What are the details? How you can be eligible and what you can do to get ready for these applications? First of all, it is a permanent residence program. So it is a one-step immigration process for home caregivers and their family members. Qualified home care workers will get permanent residence without needing Canadian experience in the occupation. Now, if you guys know, in the past, there have been programs. In those programs, there was a 2-step process wherein first you would apply, you would get a work permit, you have to come to Canada, work, get some Canadian experience, and then you would receive permanent residence. IRCC, out of the ordinary and against everything else they are doing, they actually made it easier for this program. They're saying it's a one-step PR process. You apply, you get PR. You don't have to first obtain a work permit in order to get Canadian work experience. Next, they have reduced the language requirement. The new pilot will lower the language and education requirements. Applicants will still need to have skills to perform the work, but the the applicants will only need a CLB level 4 in English or French, and they would need only a high school diploma. So educational and English language requirements have been lowered. High school diploma and CLB 4. This is super easy to get if you're currently inside Canada. Next is no in Canada work experience required. Now, before in Canada work experience was required, and now what IRCC has said is applicants won't need prior Canadian work experience. They will need to have some recent relevant work experience or have completed a credential for 6 months of related home care training. They will also need to have a full-time job offer in home care in Canada outside of Quebec. So basically, first of all, no in Canada work experience required, but you need recent work experience, or you should have completed a credential for at least 6 months for home care training. On top of that, you will need a job offer in Canada outside of Quebec. And then they have made very flexible with regards to the conditions of the job offer. Um, Flexible work options with job offer, and this point covers home care workers can work where they are needed. Your job can be from or job offer can be from private households. So private households, families who need a person to take care of their elderly, that is totally fine. Or organizations that hire full-time workers to provide short-term or occasional home care for those who are semi-independent or recovering. So a lot of folks, old people, often need assistance with their health, with their day-to-day work, and they would really, there are agencies out there. They would call the agency will send in a home care worker for the day or for a few hours, and that is what they're referring to here. So these are home health care service providers, direct care agencies, personal care services, pediatric home health care service providers. So these service providers can offer you a job offer. You can be a home caregiver for them who would go to client site on an occasional basis to help the customer, help the old person, help the resident of that house with their needs, and that would work. But they would not allow recruitment or placement agencies. So you cannot have a job offer from a recruitment agency and say that you are eligible. It has to be with one of these organizations over here. Again, IRCC has already made it pretty flexible, so it's good. Now guys, next big question is eligibility. Now, a lot of folks often call and ask, am I eligible? What do I need to do? Well, the first thing is IRCC has not yet released the detailed information about the eligibility for this program. They have said that we will update our website with full eligibility criteria before the pilot opens. So sometime this month, we should accept or expect a detailed eligibility requirement. But at the moment, they only say that you will be eligible if you have minimum of CLB 4 in English. Secondly, have Canadian equivalency of high school, that is the education, have at least 6 months of recent and relevant work experience or a related caregiver training credentials for 6 months, and have an offer for a full-time home care job. And that's about it. There are these requirements, and then there are certain things over here. They're talking about if you've previously applied, then those applications are still ongoing under the previous home caregiver program, so let them process. And then they're saying if you are, so this is a great part, right? You may still be eligible for home care immigration pilot under public policy, wherein if you are in Canada working as a home caregiver without status. So here IRCC is saying that even if you don't hold status, we can still help you. We can still process you under this program. There may be limited spots available. So we would find out at that time. Even out of status applicants have a chance here in this program. And then again, if you have not applied for any prior pilot, you may be eligible for this new program. For preparing to apply, now guys, we don't have the information yet with regards to what the requirements are going to be for this program. IRCC has not released, and they're saying will be announced in the coming months. And then they're saying you can basically prepare by gathering some specific things, which is language test and the educational assessment. So language test, simple, you need CLB4, and education, if you have foreign education, get your best done so that it is equivalent to the Canadian high school or higher than that, and that is all you need. That's basically it for the home care pilot program that is going to launch on March 31st, guys. Again, the full set of eligibility is not out, but at the moment you can do your English exam to be prepared, get your educations verified, credential assessment done, and then you need to have a job offer, find a job. These are the three things you can do right now. With regards to the work experience, if you have work experience, make sure you have your work experience letters ready. If you've done studies, make sure you have your diplomas or certificates ready for meeting the work experience or education requirement. Again, if you have work experience, make sure you get a reference letter from your particular employer. The best part I have seen in this program is that they have specifically said that if you're out of status, we may still be able to accept your application with limited spots for out of status applicants. So that shows that home caregivers are really needed in Canada, and IRCC saying that even if you are out of status, we still may be able to help you. So again, guys, once you're out of status, out of options, it's not very common for IRCC to accept such exceptions or make such exceptions. But again, given the shortage of caregivers, home care providers, they have made this exception. So make sure if you are someone out of status, keep an eye on this and make use of this opportunity. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you found it useful. You got some knowledge about the home caregiver pilot. In case you need assistance, you have questions, here is our contact information. Feel free to contact us and we would be happy to help you. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so you are notified about any new video that we upload. In case you think this information, this content will help any of your friends, any of caregivers you know, feel free to share this with them. We would really appreciate that. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.